I'm Lance, the Ultimate Canine, and today we're going to talk about how to train your dog to do commands in motion. So this is Toph. I haven't really worked on it with her too much, slightly, so she's going to make some mistakes, obviously. We'll just go from there. So, Poos. So when you start, you want the dog to stop. You're going to go slow. Sit. And then you're gonna, there's a million ways to do this. Okay, so she moved backwards, right? So, Poos, sit, Poos, sit. Good girl. So I'm starting out slow with a little bit of movement. She got some food there. She's gonna eat this food and then we're gonna go. So, I made a step position forward and then I came back. Forward and then back. And she moved backwards, so I don't want to reward that because she's anticipating me going backwards. So I just want to teach her correctly that when I tell her to sit, it means to sit and hold a position. There's no stay. So, push. Good. Push. You want to move really slowly. There's a million ways to do this. This is just how I do it. Sit. Push. Sit. Good. Again, going slow, gonna let her reward. Now there's a different way to do it too. While she's eating her food here, I could be telling her to heel. I could step in front. SIT, take a step, and then come back into the dog. My body language is really helping the dog at this point, but I'll use those tools as I see fit, as I need to. So let her finish her reward here. Do a little hunting. The reason you want to go slow is because you're trying to slow the dog's brain down and get her to be in sequence with your body, and then go from there. Post. Sit. Good. A lot of people will move into the dog. I like to give reward when I come back to the dog. I don't want her to think about exploding out of command to get the reward. It's not what I want. I want her to understand when I come back, because that leads to a different problem, which is Poos. Sit. So if I were to come out here, you see she's anticipating body language here. When I come back into the dog, she moved her foot, and then she moved into me. Sit. That's a problem. That's why I don't want to do that right now. Poos. Poos. Sit. Poos. Poos. Sit. Good. Good. So she likes to move. Poos. Sit. Every dog you're going to have to adjust to differently. Every situation you're going to have to adjust to differently. I want this dog to clearly understand she's got to sit and be straight, because I'm competing with her. She's not just a pet. So I got to teach her how to do this correctly. Otherwise, I'm going to lose points. In a pet world, it really wouldn't matter. You just want your dog to sit or down. So now I'll show you the down a little bit, which she's a little bit better at. I have repped this a little bit. And when I do this, I use a lot of body language in the beginning because I want it to be fast. Puss. Puss. Platz. So that was really good, really clean. Even when I returned to the dog, it was clean. She got a reward. That's what I want at the end of the day. The sit is the hardest position to get in motion, to have it straight. The dog doesn't move. The stand is also very hard. You have different components to each command. So it just depends what you want to teach. But once you can do these things in motion, life is easy. So, puss. You walk in, you see a distraction, or you want to greet somebody and you know they're going to interact with your dog and you don't want that. Puss. Platz. I used a little body language to help. I could come meet with somebody, talk to them a little bit, and they're going to ask me, can I interact with your dog, blah, 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 and I'm going to tell them why not or why, and then I can go from there. There's a distraction or a dog loose, and you got to go manage that dog because your dog's a little dog and aggressive or doesn't want to be annoyed. In motion exercises are super important, and it can really make your life easier with your dog. These are the beginning phases, and you can kind of see some ways in which to go about teaching them. So hopefully this helps. All right, so I did a little bit of Toph work with her, so now I'm going to do a little bit with Maggie. I've done a lot of training with Toph, a lot of fundamental stuff. Maggie, just not only the stuff you guys see in the videos. So. Sit. So I'm using a little bit more body language with her because Maggie doesn't know how to heel or anything. Down. The nice thing about doing it in a down is a lot of dogs will hold it down a lot better. Heel. Sit. So I had a pause there. Good. Heel. Good girl, you are healing really well. Sit. 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 Maggie. Sit. Heel. Good. Sit. Good. So Maggie's showing me with her body language really well that she's going to hold position. Maggie has a ton of food motivation, and it's just really, she's a really trainable dog. She knows that the food will come to her if she's correct, even though the very few times that I've done anything with her. So it looks pretty easy. So now I'm going to do it at a normal pace and see how she does. Heel. Heel. Good girl. Sit. Heel. Sit. I did hesitate there a little bit because her body's showing me that she was bad. She stood up, which is fine. Sit. So I just went too fast. Her body language showed me I couldn't do it at normal pace. That's why there was a hesitation there. Body language is a big thing, but my goal is to not use any body language. So now I'm going to try to do this at a normal pace. Heel. Heel. Good girl. Down. 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 Good. So the nice thing about Maggie, she's showing a lot of things that a lot of dogs will do if you try to go too fast and the dog doesn't understand to follow you. So you need to do it step by step by step, and just because the dog does it one time doesn't mean they're going to do it great all the time. They have to learn in sequence and in step-by-step formation, okay? And every dog's different, so you have to adjust to them different. Maggie, good girl. Down, down, good girl. And then it'll just get better and better and better. One last thing, when you're training a dog, anything new that you teach them is gonna mess up something else. So now her heel, I told you she doesn't really know heel. She was kind of just following the luring, and I was telling her heel anyway because I can shape that now. But teaching in motion stuff will usually mess your heel up a little bit. they'll try to anticipate and they'll go down and they'll sit when you change pace or speed. So just understand that's going to happen, and it will get better as you are more consistent and your repetitions are more consistent and your praise timing and reward timing is correct. Thanks for watching. Good girl, Momo.